Lift your spirits. I think it might be a point and click. We'll see. Alone on a Friday night, and I'm spending it here. My fingers were sluggish as they typed out the last bit of conclusion needed to finish off my paper. I didn't even bother spell checking the rest, my hand dragging the cursor across to close the document. All right, time to submit it. I type out my regards to Mr. Holtman. Kindly find the attached file. Assignment. I'm sorry, what? Oh. Dee. I was like, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh yeah, type in my name. Damn. Never claimed to be a smart cookie. Stifling a yawn, I turned on my phone to check the time. 2:53 a.m. The universal experience of losing sleep and gaining eye bags as a college student came to grace me in its holds once again, it seems. Where do I know that feeling? At least it's the weekend. Turning off the computer, it suddenly hit me how quiet it was without my fingers tapping away at the keyboard. Everyone else had left. The campus was open 24/7, but who else was dumb enough to push their luck in submitting their assignment this late? Me! I considered myself lucky Mr. Holtman gave me the extended deadlines, otherwise I'd be screwed. Still, there were also the rumors. Disembodied voices echoing through empty rooms, heavy footsteps shuffling down the halls. Those who were lucky claimed to see a black silhouette sulking around the vending machine at the end of the corridor, staring at them. I wasn't the superstitious type, but I had to admit the eerie silence of being the only person here gave me the creeps. Ooh, I don't like that. I was recalling all the gossip spread around the student body when a sound made me perk up. I glanced behind me over the monitors to see if someone had come in. Nobody. I ignored the goosebumps rising on my arms as I gathered up my items into my bag. Superstitious or not, I've done what I've come here for. Time to go. I shambled to the elevators and tapped the button. It rumbled to life, slowly making its way up to my floor. Just a couple more minutes and I'm out of here, I assured myself. I don't know why, but I found myself constantly checking behind me as if expecting someone there. Yet it's always empty every time I look. I tapped the button some more. The hairs on the back of my neck stood as if I was being watched. Oh, I don't like that. Shit, I'm having to look behind me myself. I clenched my fists, ignoring how sweaty they felt in my pockets. Is there someone behind me? Hey, shit. I jumped. The door slid open as I released the breath I didn't realize I was holding. I didn't even consider looking back as I stepped inside, refusing to turn around until the doors closed. The chipper background music they played calmed me down somewhat. I'm almost at disbelief that they were still playing it at this hour. Almost. I pressed the button for the ground floor, the elevator moving with a small jolt. With nothing to do but wait, I stared as the number slowly descended. The lull of the elevator was starting to make me feel sleepy. Makes you feel sleepy. It makes me feel sick. I hate elevators. I thought of the things that I would do once I got home, just to distract myself for the rest of the ride. A shower for sure. Microwave dinner, well, alright then. I blinked up at the flickering lights. The elevator shuddered and came to an abrupt halt. The music cut out. I tried the button for the ground floor, then the rest. Unresponsive. Pushing the intercom button gave me nothing but static. Hello? No, 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 no. This can't be happening. Taking a moment to compose myself, I called out. Is anyone there? I'm stuck in here. Help! I started slamming the doors as panic took hold. There had to be someone out there. Help, please, I'm stuck in here. I didn't stop for a good minute, getting more and more desperate as tears welled up in my eyes. Why now? Why me? I knocked my forehead against the door in a slump, ready to curl up and cry. This sucks. Yeah, being trapped in an elevator, yeah. I was about to turn before I felt a chill run up my spine. The air felt heavy. This is claustrophobia setting in. I didn't think I had a fear of closed spaces. Unless... Ooh. There was a raspy moan from behind me. I turned my head and screamed. Across me was a growing blotch of darkness, an oozing mass that seemed to melt through the walls. I scrambled away, my back flat against the doors. Oh, shit. A hand emerged from the writhing form, grasping at the edges. Foul-smelling black ichor dripped from its fingers. Another arm followed suit, clinging to the other side. I couldn't look away. I couldn't find my voice to scream. A face took shape. A pair of hollow eyes and a manic grin with several teeth. It seemed to smile directly at me. I blacked out. Wake up. Hey. I heard a voice panicked and flustered from above me. Ah, she's cute! A person was looming over me, visibly worried as I blinked back to consciousness. You're alive. I couldn't really check for a pulse, so... Anyway, are you alright? I think so. I'm glad. Didn't mean to scare you back there. I realized I was still in the elevator, but now with a stranger twiddling their thumbs in front of me. They were taller than me, looming a few good inches past my head. Their limbs looked even more awkward in the baggy sweater they had. I wasn't sure if they forgot to wash away their makeup or if they just haven't slept for 3 days straight. Possibly both. I realized they were staring at me as well. Their eyes focused on me a little too long, as if they had forgotten how to blink. I suddenly remembered the last thing I saw. That creepy shadow from the walls. Before you were here, there was something crawling out of the walls. I know it sounds insane, but I swear, it looked straight out of a horror movie. The stranger looked nervous. Crap, they think I'm nuts. Don't look at me like that. I like this. I like this. No, I believe you for sure. You saw it too? Well, sorta. It was you, wasn't it? It was you. It was you. Sorry, I was really trying to be sneaky, but that must have been uncomfortable to watch. Huh. Gimmigan. What do you say? Well, I heard you yelling for help and I couldn't just leave you alone, so I did the next best thing I could. Are you saying that was you? Yes, in a way. There's really no easy way to say this. I'm not alive. Not the way you are. Did they mean... You mean like a ghost? The stranger lit up appreciatively. Basically, you must have heard the rumors, right? Well, it's me, in the flesh. Well, sans the flesh. They're adorable. That is rude. We do not do that. Believe them. I feel like this isn't the worst situation to be meeting a ghost for the first time. The stranger gave me a sigh of relief. Thank you for trusting me. I'd ask for your name, but I already know that it's Teal. How did you... I've been watching you for a while. Excuse me. Tonight. I've been watching you for a while tonight. It's not safe to be alone this late. I would know. Before I could ask further, they straightened. Anyway, I stuck around to see you write your paper. I don't necessarily agree with your hypothesis, but interesting nevertheless. Thanks, I think. They gave a shy smile. Did I unknowingly download a visual novel type deal going on here? I like it though. So far it's, I mean, it started off creepy, now it's just cute. No problem. This wasn't the way I expected my night to go, but I guess the sooner I accepted it, the better. I should probably ask for their name instead of calling them stranger. You know my name, but what about yours? Oh, they looked away, fingers picking at their sleeve. I don't remember. I know who I was and what I did when I was alive, but not my name. Strange, isn't it? Have you ever thought of picking one for yourself? Their eyes widened as if the thought never occurred to them. I never needed a name, but if I were to have one, I've always liked the way Alma sounds. Her smile widened. Thank you, Teal. Alma went back to twiddling their fingers. We stood in silence for a while, gauging on what to do next. I kept glancing back at their hands, wondering if they'd feel as solid as they looked. They knew I was staring, but didn't seem to mind, waiting patiently in front of me. My thoughts were running wild from sleep deprivation and shock to actually form words past our introductions, to be honest. They started humming softly, as if to fill the silence. That's when it hit me. For a ghost, they could easily be a student just like me. I have to ask, how did you... Alma had a knowing look in their eyes. Oh man, it's honestly kind of embarrassing. See, this is why I don't like games that give me choices like this, because it's like, I'm curious, but it's also it's kind of rude. They look nervous. I'm not gonna do it. It's fine. I guess I don't have to tell you then. That's all right. Well, you look nervous. I didn't want to push you. I heaved a sigh and moved to sit down, leaning against the doors. Alma looked on curiously. What are you doing? I shrugged and took out my pocket to look for a time-wasting app. In no time, I had one of my mindless games open. Might as well settle in and spend the next few hours trying to beat my high score. Not much I can do right now. Got some battery to last a couple of hours. I pat down a spot next to me. Want to watch? Alma stood for a moment as if unsure. Come on, plenty of room for both. Just watch your legs, lanky. They settled in beside me, sitting crisscross applesauce, and leaned over to look at my phone. This is turning out a lot more cuter than I was expecting. My shoulder immediately chilled at their close proximity, but I didn't bother bringing it up. We chatted permissibly. I'm not gonna lie, I have never seen that word in my life. As my fingers tapped away at the screen, Alma getting more invested the higher my numbers got. But otherwise, it was peaceful company. A few hours passed. I must have dozed off at some point, as the next thing I knew, there was some swirling behind me that woke me up with a jolt. Voices began to call out, and I turned to see some workers prying the door open for me. It took no time for me to step outside when their work was done. The sunlight shining over me made it feel like everything that happened last night was a dream. I turned on my phone to look at the time. Instead, I saw an unsent message typed out on the screen. Be safe. Careful about staying this late next time. I blinked and looked around. A cold chill went up my arm, and I almost turned to expect Alma, but saw nothing. Next time? I put my phone away and rubbed my bleary eyes, mentally making a note to stay back at the campus more frequently from now on. Good end. Till next time. That was cute. I wasn't expecting it to be that cute. I liked it. I'm gonna have to try for the different endings. I think they said there was 4. There was like 2 good ones and 2 bad ones. I like that. That was cute.